Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a 43-degree Wednesday, November the 3rd. It's fog in them hills. It's not as pretty as what it was yesterday. That was pretty cool yesterday. I like it when it's really thick like that. But that's pretty cool too. That's nice. Gotta love the fall mornings. As long as it's not pouring down rain on you anyway. Anyway, welcome to Hump Day. Look how thin the leaves on the old cherry trees getting. The old bistro table and stuff. Probably should take that in so it doesn't disintegrate over the winter, huh? Oh, Mama.
Yes, sir.
That was a very pleasing drive to work.
Yes, sir.
And most of the time, the sun was out. We had the sunshades down and everything.
I know it.
I guess
take it for now.
About 2 or 3 o'clock today, all that's going to change.
I know, the rains are coming.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a dumper.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mama.
All right.
Have yourself a happy hump day.
You too, hubby.
And I'll see you. Let's
As
come
the
and
day
go.
goes on.
Yeah, we usually do, unless I'm crazy busy.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye there,
I
old
love
woman.
you, baby.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Bye.
The S1000R, she's down. I don't know if it's rideable or not. I don't think so. I mean, I would be able to shift with that, but I think it was trucked in. We're getting the new mag cover shift lever is what we're doing today. And that's kind of a pain in the butt because it's one-use aluminum bolt. I hope I got enough of them bolts. There's a shift lever. Man, they don't even. That's not even. 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Houston? Well, before I yank that off, I got to check that out. But anyway, the stator is in the cover. So that was another thing I noticed I didn't get. I usually order the stator, the 3 stator bolts, because it's not unusual to break those. They're very small and they're very tight. But look at BMW, including, almost no one does this, including the bearings. Not only does it have the needle bearing in there, the seal's there as well. That's always forgotten. They go, oh, I can't get it on. It doesn't have the bearing. You can never get those needle bearings back out of that thing. It's just impossible. Definitely missing some cover bolts here, and I think it's the longer length ones possibly. I'll sort that out here in a minute. At any rate, so this is either a scary thing or a really cool thing. I think it's really cool. Some people are all fluffy and sensitive about stuff like that. But there's a way I can tell when, how long, and what the mileage was going all the way back to like May, somewhere around there. Yeah, a whole bunch of less than 2-mile trips on this thing. In the morning, then at night. In the morning, then at night. And then you can see when it was here and Matt was driving it to lunch every day, he finally says, I can't keep riding this thing. He goes, I'm using up my lunch. He goes, I love riding the GS. He goes, but dude, I need a break. I need to take a lunch. I'm not riding it anymore. It doesn't do anything wrong. So when we're riding it, we're riding it for a while. And I think we're cleaning it out. And then eventually all the short rides come along again. And then it fails. And then he's back. Takes anywhere from a month to several months. And it comes back. It's just building up. It's short running. So, yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, I found that data. It's very plainly shows even the time, the date, how many miles. And the other thing, too, is the average throttle position is 11%. When these things are warm, they're going to idle. At idle, they're probably about 7 to 8%. When they're cold, it's usually around 3.9, somewhere in that range. Did I show you the throttle body? You can see the throttle body. It never completely closes. It can do it, but as far as like an idle circuit, we don't see that. but under certain situations, it can shut the throttle body off. The computer can, but on average, it's sitting there open. But anyway, the average throttle position is 11%. This thing's not getting get on at all. She needs some. She needs a little rough love, and I'm not overly kind to him when I test her. I'm not abusive or anything. Matt, he's young. I'm sure he was on the pipe when he was riding it. So even with all our test rides, which I can assure you is not at 11%, that's the average. So this thing's barely running over idle. So I'm sure he's thinking he's loving and caring for his bike and doesn't want to harm it and make it last forever. That actually has a very negative effect, especially during break-in. Don't be too easy on them. But I never told you that, and I can't go into details about that either, because we sell these things, and yes, you need to follow what the book says. Got it? All right, let me do some S1000 cover bolt investigation. These are all aluminum. They are one-use bolts. Nothing I take out of here can ever go back in there again. It's crazy. All that snow that had capped those mountains back there, whoops, is gone. Just using my iPhone 12 mini. It's really weird to use this phone. It's so small. I love this thing though, man. It's my daily carry. Anyway, the rain's starting, so I thought I'd give you a quick look at while everything's dry at the moment. Well, that's kind of a bummer. These 4 bolts are different than the other 8, and we didn't have them in stock. I mean, I could pull it off, swap the stator. But the problem is there's no gasket. It's they're precision cut, so you just use it's BMW's Dow Corning. It's kind of like Yamaha, Honda Bond, that kind of a thing. But it's the stuff they want you to use. Anyway, you have a certain amount of time that you need to tack and torque that down. Well, I don't want to leave the motor sitting open, so it's just kind of just stop the job. No sense in going any further. Can't finish it. Just stop. So I ordered the 3 stator bolts too. Those things are in there tight. Sometimes you can get lucky. Sometimes you can heat the heck out of it, but you're heating a stator. That's never a good thing. So you got to try to heat from the back side, and it's just get the bolts. Always replace the stator bolts whenever you're doing a cover replacement, or even a stator replacement, should that be an issue. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with the body work, because there is an emblem in the parts there, the S1000R emblem. So I'm assuming the guy or gal, I didn't pay attention, has those coming. Check out this shift lever, man. It's just kind of stuff BMW just freaks you out. And this is like unnecessarily cool for a shift lever. Oh, and BMW, they are adamant. Do not put any kind of grease on this. That is meant to be dry. And they're adamant about that. And they're very slippery. They're nice and smooth. Everything works good. But look at that. That's like a work of art. And it's just a shift lever. Oh well. Things happen. I don't know what went wrong. It looks like it was a parts counter person over a weekend that the customer came in and ordered them. And I don't know. There's 2 line items. One are for the 8 bolts that are 35 millimeters long, and for the 4 bolts that are 45 millimeters long. And they're one use. Like I say, one use. You torque them. Initially on this one, just for an example, and for that cover, it can be different for the clutch cover, like a BMW one. It's kind of the same specs, but you go one step further. You set them at 3 Newton meters, and you better have a very accurate torque wrench for that. BMW supplies us with an analog version, but I have a digital one from Snap-on. It's guaranteed correct at 1 Newton meter. Do you know how light 1 Newton meter is? So anyway, you set them all, and they list a sequential order that they want you going in. Set them at 3 Newton meters, go back through the same, and turn them 90 degrees. And that gauge not only gives you the degrees, and you can even stop, ratchet back, and turn again. It keeps track. It's really cool how that works. Keeps track of how far you've turned it. And then that's it on that stator cover. Now, the clutch covers on the K1600s, it's 3 Newton meters, 90 Newton meter, or 90 degrees, and then you go back through again for an additional 30. That's pretty wild. And man, when that's this, you hold them bolts in your hand, there's no weight to them. It's like they're plastic, lighter than plastic. And man, that at that 90 Newton meters, and you come back through, or degrees, and then you do another 30, man, it feels like they're getting soft, and they're gonna go bang and break on you. It's nuts. But once you make an adjustment, it'll flash the amount of torque you put on it, and the torque is roughly 5 Newton meters. It's always 4 something, or just over 5, usually just shy of 5 Newton meters. So don't rely on that. That's why they go with the degree thing on there, because at that point you do the an actual torque at first, and then it's an angle from there. I think, look, this is a 2015, and here not too long ago we had the 6,000, the second mile or second service, which is 62 something. Kind of cool. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's been out, road racing a thing or anything like that. Who knows what the story is with the, he was definitely moving though, wasn't he? And he trucked it in. Obviously there's this wetness around it, and his oil's it's just at the low level there. And I don't think he's even gone 1,000 miles since he had the second service done on it. There's that air conditioner running again. They probably got heaters on the other side of the wall blasting. That's like not necessary. And it feels just perfect in here. And that thing keeps it at 68 degrees. Very comfortable. It's not too hot, not too cold. All right, let's bounce. Jeez. Look at this at the very end of the day. Man. Hope it's going to be like that going home. Well, we're about to head home. Got the pokey down there up to something. Something's going down there. It's always something in the city. Yep, we're back at Tractor Supply. Leo's leash has got some cracks in it, and the moisture gets inside and it starts rotting the cable. That cable's lasted a long time. I mean, that was like, I don't know, before summer last year. There's so little rain, they never rot. Or else it's getting all rusty. And both of us forgot all about it when we were in here last night. Gummit. So Kelly's just gonna run in and grab it. But BMW guys, they're working late. They're getting a hold of me at this time of night and letting me know. I sent him some data. I showed him the data of, the ride data. I talked about it briefly there at work today. And he goes, well, let me look into this, and I'll study the data, and I'll give you a response tomorrow. I'll look into all this. So I don't know what they'll do. BMW's pretty cool. They might even pay for all of this stuff. They're really cool. Because a lot of times it's like something they haven't come across before. So it's good information for them to know, and they can pass it on if someone else does something like this. That's an awfully big motor to be taking less than 2 mile trips. Wow. But anyway, people just, you got to educate people all the time. This guy's been around motorcycles so much, it just seems odd. And he just bought a brand new F750 GS, and he's been riding that around. hopefully that warms up a whole lot cooler, or he's gonna have issues. And he's got a new RT as well, R1200 or maybe a 1250 RT. I'm not sure. And but I think he only takes trips on that. He likes his GSs. You guys hear the train? They didn't have the right cable for Leo. They had a shorter one, so we're gonna have to hit the Chehalis one or something. Take a close look at his and see how threatening. But we got another one like the girls use, so yeah. But, all right.
Big dog.
Well, Mama,
It's a hubba.
let's head the heck home.
I was tired. Sounds good.
All right. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it is absolutely pitch black out there.
It is dark, dark, dark. There is no moon to illuminate nothing.
Yeah, then daylight savings time ends on Sunday. There's gonna be a whole nother level of dark.
Yeah.
It's okay. Comes every year. Imagine that. Although a few years back they lengthened daylight savings time. And we gained, what did we gain? Like 6 weeks maybe. Yeah, something like that. So it starts earlier in the year and ends later.
So that's good.
That's really nice.
I'll take it.
Anyway, another BMW day today. Tomorrow, got a Spider to work on.
Oh, that's good.
It's one's this recall that's like forever old and hasn't been performed on this one. It was the one with the switch. I think there's a problem getting the switch back ordered. Who knows? But yeah, so it'll be Spider stuff tomorrow. Maybe some BMW mixed in. I don't know. I looked at my schedule. I don't. It's like dinner. I like to show up in the morning and see what my day is. I don't want to have to be thinking about nothing, especially if it's something you don't want to work on or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to drone over that.
It's funny. I've had people say, "Oh yeah, I come here for the Spiders, and you're working on BMWs. I'm unsubbing, or I came here for the BMWs." You came to a daily vlog. I just happen to work on motorcycles. Yeah. Maybe you should hit the about button up there. People are funny though.
I know. Fickle little soul.
Fickle.
Yep, fickle.
But anyway, on that we're gonna roll.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, that heater is pummeling out some heat.
And it's like this much on and barely on.
The heater definitely works.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
so does the air conditioner.
Yeah, it's over-exaggerated. The air conditioner and the Element did that, but the Element was meant to be another thing.
Yeah.
Same motor, maybe it's the same air conditioning and heating. That thing would run you out one way or the other. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.